Hello, everybody. Hey, Michelle. Long day getting ready for the snowstorm. 6 to 12 inches. You guys have been getting more snow than we have up here. Hello, Gemma. Hello, my darling. So glad you could be with us for a little bit on your break. I have some hot chocolate today, and this says, Hocus Pocus, I need to focus. So that's like my theme right now. I need to focus. Oh, you can't hear me. I'm sitting here chatting away and you guys can't hear me. Hello, hello. Hello again, Michelle and Gemma. You can't hear me because I didn't have my mic on. So, Michelle, it looks like you're getting more snow down there than we've had up here in a long time. So, Shuri, hello, Shuri. Glad to have you here. Now you can hear me. Oh, Miss Tammy's not feeling well tonight, so she's not going to make it, she says. I've got a bunch of things, little things to show you tonight. What you guys been up to? What do you guys have to drink? I've got my Hocus Pocus, I need to focus hot chocolate. And how's everybody doing? It's been cold, and this weekend was so rainy. The wind was wicked. We had a tree fall down in our yard this weekend. It was a nice 4-day weekend, though. You got cola? Oh, I understand, Gemma. I figured you were. Oh, no, you were sick the week before. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. I got our February one done. And I wanted to show you that. And last week, I showed you the usual tea, of course. I wanted to show you some art dot stuff. But there was a new crafty company out there that I had not heard of before called Grabby. Hi, Anita. The other Tammy won't be here tonight, so I hope you don't mind. You and Muttnut won't mind going moderating for me tonight. Grabby, I thought I'd go for this is a multi-surface glitter marker, extra fine tip. Now, they're not really markers. They're the paint markers where you have to sit and pump them to get the paint down to the end. I've noticed that. And they start and stop a lot. They're not a smooth flow. It was easy to get the paint down to the end, but it doesn't stay inked a long time. So that was frustrating for me. So I was trying them out. They're from Grabby. You got them. They're good for wood items. Do you find that they last any longer? I mean, Posca seems to be the best paint pens that I can find. Posca markers. They seem to be the best. And the other thing I wanted to show you, first I wanted to tell you, I'm going to be interviewing our 100-year-old this coming Friday. Last week she asked to move it to this coming Friday instead of last Friday because her niece wanted to be with us. Yeah. When we did it, my mom might want to be too. I'm not sure. But so I said, of course. She had a cold last week, so her niece couldn't be. The niece had a cold, not Rose. Okay, so I showed you last week the Art Dot storage trays. And I said I would, they're brand new product. I said I would test them out. And I have tested them out this week. And I wanted to tell you my opinion. What I did was I'm doing the Paint Gems craft pack, and I want to finish that as part of my get this done get her done here. And I went through and I put them all in the little containers here. Now, like I said, I had bought a pack and they gave me a pack. Each pack came with the stickers, which are a little bit too big to put on the trays. The art dot ones are perfect for that size. And I want to compare sizes and everything for you. So there's something else it comes with. So overall, I like them in that, let me show you. They come with a lid, and the little thing, they're hard to get off because they have this little bump underneath the lip of the tray so that it completely closes. You just bump it over the edge a little bit to get it completely closed. Now, I don't know what Mrs. Coffee was saying. I don't watch her much. Okay, it comes in this size, the bigger size, and this littler size. All right. So, like I said, and they all come in, they have like the 4, this is actually for a 3-placer, not for a 4-placer, and the straight lines. The lines are nice and deep. The trays are, a regular depth. They're not that bad. The big ones seem to be too big, and honestly, the little ones seem to be almost too little. And they come with what they call a static eater, which smells good, and it smells like a dryer sheet, but honestly, it doesn't work worth a bean. It doesn't work worth a bean. The static eater is worthless. I go back to the little piece of dryer sheet that I put in everything. Okay. I seem to put that little piece of dryer sheet in everything. Now they are deep enough to, hello, Tammy Turner. Glad to have you here, honey. How are you this week? And what are you drinking right away? Yeah, they're brand new on the market, and you get 15 in a pack, get 5 large ones, 10 small ones. The larger ones seem to be too large. The big ones seem to be too big. I don't know. I'm going to compare them to you now with you. On ones I got from Temu and ones I got from Catered. Now, I got some from Working and Drinking Water. Very good. Thank you, Anita, for putting everything up. Okay, so these are the ones I got from Etsy. They do not have, they only have the lines on the bottom. They do not have the 4-placer things. They have a flip top lid, so you have to be careful when you, and they're permanent in there. They do a great job of, I don't have them on my Etsy shop, but I do have them. I did buy these on Etsy. Okay. And they come in like 8 packs. All right. These are squares, and they fall in line fairly easily, fairly nicely. They really do. And they snap together, so you never leave the lid. I also got some from, I think Catered had these, and Temu had these. They have a little butterfly on the front, and you can put the number on the butterfly if you want to. They have a slide lid that slides from the back, which is not always that. Yeah, thank you. Yep, for Nix's Notions. Yeah, Catered will say about the dupes, but you can get them on Temu now. So this is over top of the hole. To dump them back into a bag or something, you pull the little thing out. You don't have a funnel, a drainage funnel on any of the others. This one, the little butterfly ones, are the little hole that you dump things out of. So these you can slide them all the way off. They have two different things. They have a tray, a white tray in the bottom. Now these come in pink, blue, purple, and white. And again, the static is terrible. They come in the divided bottoms, either the 3-placer or the lengthy. Or you can take this extra white tray out and just do the straight lines in the bottom. That's easy to copy them. Yeah, they are easy to copy. But you know what? I think if we give ArtDot our honest suggestions and these other places, that they'll come up with something even better. Okay. So I like the butterfly on the front of these, the ones I got from Temu, because it's the little dump out. And you can either use the divided tray. Now this divided tray has many different divisions in it. Did I say that? It has a 4, a 5. It's got a lot of white in it, so I don't know. A 3. It's got many different dividers in it. And then you just slide that back on like that. Now, Temu also has these little wooden cases that you make with little screws. I don't know if you're going to be able to see the screws. You screw them together. Have you seen the pens that don't need wax? They have a little machine attached to them? No. I'm trying to figure out how to make one for a fraction of the cost, as I can't justify spending $30. No, I haven't. Oh, send me a link to that. I would like to. So I like these because you can kit up into them and never have to dump in and out of a bag or a bottle or a Tic Tac container or a square thing. You never have to dump in and out of those things. You kit up into these things. Amazon sells them. They're like a fish aquarium pump. Oh, somebody needs to show me that. Somebody needs to email that to me or put it onto the Facebook group and I'll check it out from there. I can also double check our Facebook group so I know if you put something up on there. I haven't looked at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, Michelle, you're doing a Tigger. You're doing a Tigger. Ooh. And Tammy's doing a gnome. She's almost done her beach days. That's pretty. That is really pretty. Yep, we have a new member, and I got somebody else's thing. They're made from a vacuum pump with a water pump, but it didn't work. You guys have to show me that. You're drinking Diet Mountain Dew. You were drinking that last time. Huh. Well, that's different. I like these hard cases. And I like these better than the ones you just slide the little regular white funnel trays in, because for me, if it doesn't have a lid on it, I'm going to dump it. I'm absolutely going to dump it. And they come in different sizes. They come in the 12 pack. You can get one that has 24 attached to it. So they're on Temu. If we can still get things from China. I really like them. They were inexpensive. And I'm going to put, like I said, let's compare the size. I wanted to show you. The Temu and the Cattered come this size. And this is a smaller size. The ArtDot is smaller than that, the small one. And the big one is bigger than that, obviously. Okay. So these can fit in the trays that way. but obviously they'll either stick out or they'll be too far gone. And the ones that come with this, with the butterfly in the front, they also, each tray comes with a little spoon that nobody really needs and a little brush, which I do find I use every once in a while. So anyway, if you ever want to eat the ice cream out of the Neapolitan ice creams out of those little pots, and you don't want to eat with that piece of tongue depressor wooden thing that they put in it, you can use your spoons for that. It's goofy, right? Yeah, I saw Art and Saul are having issues with delivery because some of the new American rolls. Yeah, tell me about it. It's really dangerous for me if I knock them off the table. These are fine because they all have lids, and that's what I mean. The cases that you could just slip the trays in that don't have any lids, that are just the trays with the spouts, I never kitted up into those because I was always afraid to dump them all. These things I can use, and especially for confetti. These things are wonderful. The Art Dot or whatever, they're wonderful when you have a lot of confetti things. Because you can go back and forth with just like the other day I was doing it and I forgot like 3 of one color. So I just pulled it out, put the 3, put it back in, and I didn't have to go in and out of bags or anything. I really liked that. You're right, for only single placement. What for only single placement? Oh, the vacuum pens are only for single placement. I can see why. Oh yeah, but yeah, these trays are faster, and they're more secure. I don't know that I'd like the vacuum pump. To be honest, I really, really like these putty pens that are coming in the new DAX. I have a few of them now, and I haven't given any of them away because I really like them. I'm having trouble with one I used a lot. On the 4-placer side, the plastic is starting to crack right around the 4-placer. So I just twist it into a different position. And the oils on my fingers are starting to rub off the DAC writing on the end, but I don't care about that. Sometimes it gets a little gloopy and I have to take a little bit of extra off the top. But that's normal with the putty pens. So I can use the putty that I've been hoarding, that I haven't used much because these pens are much better. You haven't bought from them in ages. I really do like them because you can take the top off, you stuff the putty into the tip, then you stick it back in there and twist it. The tip goes further in than just the top here. It goes further in here. And you take little pieces of the putty and you stuff it in there, and then you twist it tighter and tighter and tighter until it gets to a point where you can't anymore. And then you put your multi-placer on the end, and you have to do it like you normally would to get it out of the putty. You like your pretty unicorn pen. But I told Art Dot that I would again share this. If anybody's interested in trying them, I have a 10% or 15% off coupon in the, I get a tiny little kickback from it in the description box below. So if you're interested, please see that. And I'm going to be working on a paint gem while I'm working with you here, if I don't like dump everything out. Oh, I wanted to show you one more thing I'm using for the get her done year. I told you I was getting my Afghan done, my knitted Afghan done. It's a kit from Aunt Annie's Attic, or Annie's Attic, I guess they say now. And yeah, I do too. I do too, Anita. So this is such a soft yarn. I feel like a cat going, you know. I've gotten all 9 of the blocks done. Now these are 15-inch blocks. Each block was a different kit, a different part of the kit. And I don't want to get my hot chocolate on it. They are different. This was the last one I did. Different stitches. But there's such a small sample of the stitches. Each has a different cable going down the middle. I have to block them yet. So I have all 9 of these done. The next kit that's going to come is how to join them all together after I block them. There's a different cable down the center. And the only thing I didn't do right, I don't think, was how I picked up the stitches on the other side of the cable. So as I'm doing my next one, I'm going to review the online instructions and figure that out. So that's 2 of them. And they go like this, and then the next one will go like this, and the next one will go like this, and the next one will go like this. So and then it's got stripes around the sides of it. So that's what I'm going to be getting the instructions to do. I like the cable, the mock cable that goes up the center of this one. Looks like a tree. And the honeycomb. This was fun to make. It's got a lot of slip stitches and cable, little tiny cables, honeycombs, and I like this one too, the double cable. It's really pretty. It had 2 sides that were smaller and 2 that were like almost 5 inches, and then it had 2 on the other side that were almost 7 inches. And the center was, I guess it's what, 3 inches in between. So once I block them all, I like this one too. It's like a honeycomb type thing. And this is a thick cable. And that one had some strange goings on that. They each have their own, the stitches all have their own name. Now, I don't know if it was something that Annie's named, but, or if they were named that stitch by something else. But somebody was ingenious, and so all these, every single one has a different stitch to it. This is a pretty cable down the center too. Little popcorns. And it's so warm and cozy. So I know I said I wasn't going to get any more. I got another one that's all stripes, all different stripes. It's a darker blue and a more teal, light teal, like an aqua. And then this cream color with it. It's all different stripes. And you do the whole quilt in one row. So I oh, did I show this one or did it fall? I don't know, maybe I didn't, but this is the other one. And it's gorgeous. So I'm doing that one. And then the one I really wanted in the very, very beginning came on. And that was the same patterns as this one, but it's a tweed, like a heather tweed type of, there was one that has the heather tweed variegated yarn, and it's more in browns, and I wanted that one. I'm not a blue person, but somebody else will love it if I don't, but I just love how making it and staying warm. And And I did send out a Get Her Done pack. I sent the planner pack with extra stickers and fun stuff and done for January. Now the Get Her Done one that I'm going to choose at a winner for at the end of February. Please tell people to come over and remember to put your thing up on a picture of what you're doing this month on the Facebook. Every time I pull this out, this is February's. It is a self-care kit with a brand new spongy thing for your bath, a cucumber melon body bar, a little rose candle, a white citrus bubble bath, a vanilla honey hand cream, and a self-care journal. It gives you ideas, self-care, and where you check off that you've done all your meds and your water and stuff for the day, and you can put your size on it if you really want to, weight and stuff like that, but you don't have to. So that's February's gift. So if you want to be eligible for February's gift, don't forget to put your picture up on the Facebook group and say pound Get Our Done 2025. Pound Get Our Done 2025. And like I said, this week on Friday, I'm going to be interviewing our 100-year-old. His name is Rose. And I'm going to take a little gift to her. And she's got some, special things. I think I know what I'm going to do for March now, but I'm not going to tell you yet. My March prize. I know Sandy had her surgery and she's home and she was doing okay, but I haven't heard. Oh, Gemma, love ya. Love you, love ya. Thanks for stopping in, hon. Tammy Simon's granddaughter is not feeling well. She was very sick. Please keep her on your prayers. Who else did I have? Tammy T, I'm glad to see you're feeling better and that you're on here. Every time I hear that name, I think of Lady Rose in the movie The Titanic. Yeah. Let's see. Anita's still on the list with housing. Nobody's telling me otherwise. I haven't sent you the pen yet, Tammy. I'm sorry. I forgot. I absolutely forgot. It's sitting right here. It's sitting right here. And since I have something to send off tomorrow or Thursday for Etsy, I will send you the pen. I haven't heard from Dari to see if she hasn't had safe travels moving back to West Virginia. Any other prayer requests? I know there was some storms that were going around really badly. Like I said, we lost a tree in our front yard this week. Not a big one. It was just a tall, skinny one. And it was probably wouldn't have lasted too much longer anyway. Everybody else have okay with the weather the way it is? Anything fun anybody did over the holiday weekend? I keep wringing my hands over the general state of affairs in our country. But, it's the way it is. And I can't read this. It's R6 something. R6 something. Do I have my magnifying glass under all this mess? A magnifying glass with the light. Nope, and I see I have some more things to oh, wait, I think I do see it. Nope, that's a cord. Winter storm watch, icy conditions. Oh, really? That's something I talked to the lady earlier, told her I wanted to come sometime. Oh, no. Well, it depends on how far you're traveling. Demand some pictures before you travel anywhere, dear. Ask for some pictures. Because, no. It does not sound copacetic. If and you know what I mean. Southern people are having storm watches, huh? Ooh, girl. Okay, so I need R6, is that R6? Oh, that could be B, that could be, man, it's not a B. So pictures, checked it out on Zillow, Google Maps, but she wants me to view the place. 5 hours away is a long drive. Could be good, but I think the lightning sign, that's what that one is. Yeah, that makes sense. That's the lightning sign. Yeah, even with my piece of dryer sheet in here, I'm still getting some static, which drives me absolutely up a tree. Drives me bonkers. I think I'm going to put the middle color in. When I do the paint gems, usually they're a combination of 3 colors together, 3 shades of one color. And I have sometimes differentiating between the middle shade from the other 2, unless I do that one first. If I do that one first, then it's easy for me to pick out the lights and the darks. Now, like I said, with the paint gems again, you'd have to pick up the lid a little bit to pull it off. And then I just take my dryer sheet out. At least the ridges are nice and tall. They don't all bump over, but, and with paint gems that you have to really look over them well, because you're going to have junk ones. You're going to have convex, concave ones that look like smushed up pieces of whatever's instead of gems. Have I ever tried to pour my gems on the dryer sheet and then put them in your containers? I put a piece in with it and I shake the little baggie and then pour it into the container. Sometimes I use a dryer sheet and wipe the whole container down with it before I pour the diamonds in. So that's kind of the same thing. I don't pour them on the dryer sheet, no. I haven't done that. I am not coordinated, and I would probably lose half of them to the floor if I tried it that way. But I might try it that way next time. But I like kitting up a whole group. Now, I think there are like 45 colors. So you would need 3 trays, 3 groups of 15 trays if you wanted to do the entire kit. So you have to take that into account when you're buying these things. So how many do you really need? How many do you think you're going to use? If you're going to use it all the time, I would suggest getting enough that you can kit up an entire kit with them. That way, but you only pour in what you want to shake around, to be honest, because you do have to shake them all to the side if there's too many in it. And that can be annoying. I'm sure you found that out. The kids at club today were wonderful. They were absolutely wonderful. We started taking the winter decorations down last week. And so all the snowflakes are off of the ceiling. They're no longer hanging down from the ceiling. And we took most of the extra lights down. We're all kind of tired of being cold. So we took the igloo walls down. And pretty soon, next month, I believe, we're going to have to start thinking about decorating for spring. And that will go very quickly. I don't really know exactly what we're going to do for spring. I have a few things. I know it's flower related and butterfly related. I want to do a hippie, flower child type of thing. They want to do flowers, so that's their idea too. But they wanted to do a runway. Like when they come in, they wanted to, in the door to sign in, they want it to feel like a fashion show runway. And I'm like, how do I do that on the floor without them tripping? I can't put duct tape on the floor because that's a pain in the tushy to get up. I can't tape down some, tablecloth plastic because that they'll trip over. Unless I can find a red shag carpet runner for next to nothing at the thrift store or something, I don't know if I can do that. Because we have to move it to wash the floor every night. So it's not something, it can't be permanent. But I do want to get some shag rug things. I was going to get some butterflies that they can watch grow and release. And I haven't looked into them. So I really do want to look into them, and I'm hoping they're not going to be too expensive because I really can't afford much right now. I thank everybody who is a monthly member of the channel, no matter what your level of donation is, because it goes to help me with postage on the gifts that I send out. And Michelle, I apologize for not getting your birthday card out. I know I intended to and I didn't do it, but you will get a surprise card one of these days in the mail, and it'll be a belated birthday card It won't be in your birthday month, but it will be a total surprise for you, with a little surprise, sorry I'm late, type of gift, as you have been a member for a long time, um, and have helped me here and there um, with moderating. Mom's doing good. She's running around. I am going to be doing our church bulletin boards to help my mom decorate, because she wanted some help with the monthly bulletin board. So I thought I would, as a way of getting her done, I would go through my already done diamond paintings. Thank you, love. And I would pick out the religious looking ones and use them on some of the bulletin boards. So every couple months, every 2 months, I'll put up another faith-based diamond painting on one of there's 5 bulletin boards, believe it or not. It's a big church, even though we only have a small amount of members now. It used to be, we used to have 600 members when I was a secretary. Now only a couple hundred came out every week, but now everybody's dying off, and we have an African American church meeting in our basement group right now, which is nice. So we have a second church meeting in our space to help us with expenses, and it helps them with expenses too. So I have to be careful as to what I put on which bulletin boards, to be sure that they see some of the nicer ones, be welcoming and stuff for them when they come in too. But I told Mom, and I told him I'd help with making a new membership directory, because I can, because I did it for so many years in a row, and nobody's done it for a little while. So I just need the computer file from the powers that be, and I can run it up on my computer and make it print ready. It should be easy to do. They don't have anybody running the website right now either, and I'm afraid to get involved in all that, but maybe I can. I don't know. Maybe I can. So nobody did anything fun over the weekend, huh? Nobody's saying anything. Oh, there's a fun one. I realized I wrote out the birthday list before some of the new members joined here, subscribers joined here. So I have to go back over and make sure everybody is in there. I almost missed Snuggies because of that. I have to go back over to her site soon and check her stuff out. Actually, see, now there's one that I missed. Here, all I have to do is open it up, grab it, pop it in the right space, close the lid. Ta-da! Done. I like that. I like that a lot. Oops, and I see another one I missed. The middle shade. No, I didn't get my paper done. Tomorrow morning, I have decided. I was um, doing my journaling this morning, and I think the final piece came through. I wanted to be so careful and um, detail oriented about how I want things to go in the future, like how I want the online ministry to go. And I'm realizing that that's kind of silly because I can't put all the details in because it's going to be a group effort, and I won't know what directions the group wants to take it until we actually get together and start meeting as a team. So I'm gonna and plus it's a co-creation. It's me and a team and spirit. So spirit sometimes leads you in directions that you're not altogether prepared for or you didn't think of. So, and that's what I'm going to write at the end of the paper, that this is what I think, where I think things are going, but like I said, it's a cooperative effort, and I'm not the only one uh, that's going to be making these decisions. But I think just having a team, I think they want to know that I'm not going to. How do I prevent another nervous breakdown from coming on? I'm pretty sure that is what they want to know. That I still feel a calling to ministry, even though it's a different ministry, and that I have a plan in place so that another nervous breakdown or whatever is not going to happen. That I can tell if something is going to come on, and I know who I am going to resource to help me move past it before it gets bad. And I realize that's really what they want more so than a detailed plan. And that's the last thing I needed in order to finish the paper. So I have tomorrow until club, until I work with the kids in the afternoon to do that. So that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. And that should be finished because I need to get that completely done and off my case because I have some financial stuff to work out with the pension people, and taxes are coming up, and I've got to get all that organized. And I want to write the Bible study, and I don't feel good about writing the Bible study until I'm finished with the paper. So thank you for asking, Tabby. I know you're looking forward to the Bible study, and I will be getting it done. I want to get the paper finished first. And you know what? It's all in God's timing anyway. I've learned to wait on that. I've been digging through my piles of magazines and cutting out pictures for collage that I can use for collage and ditching the extra paper. So I've been trying to, for my get her done year, I've been trying to pull through and organize some of those things. Has anybody else got any organizing projects on their get her done list? Did y'all fall asleep on me here tonight? I've been talking too much. It's a trash piece. My divas, you gotta let me know you're still there every once in a while. I don't want to let this group go by the wayside. Yeah, I don't blame you, Anita. I wouldn't be organizing until I moved there. No sense in organizing what you need to just stick in boxes and unorganize it. I don't blame you. You can go through your emails and stuff though, and put your projects in boxes so that you're ready to go. Do you have all the boxes that you need? Think positive. Think positive and get some extra boxes from Dollar Tree or from the grocery store and say, I just need some trash boxes. Can I come over and can you save some for me for the end of the day? And I'll be over and get them, and just do a section at a time. Be ready so that when the right time is there, you are ready to go. Otherwise, we all have electronic stuff like emails to go through and organize. If you are one of the ones that save emails in case you might need them later for something. We got to get a lot of containers. We found mice in the house, so they're trying to eat our food. Yep. So I'm going to be getting glass containers. Yeah. You can get it. Mice don't do the heavy plastic either. So you don't have to get all glass. We have a big mouse problem as we live near a woods and a field. And this time of year, they all come in because they're cold. And they're cold and hungry. So we have that every year. So, in addition to having traps out, we do know how to put our things away. And glass is okay. It can be expensive. What you need to do, though, you can go to a thrift store and get your extra containers at the thrift store. Don't buy them new. You don't have to buy them new. You don't have to, go to Amazon or whatever. You just wash them real good. You don't have much to move, just a few diamond paintings. An air fryer that's already in a box. Everything will fit in my car. Okay. You did delete emails. Try to organize when I think I'm done. My brain does not like it and have to redo it. Me too, Michelle. Me too. You have to get used to. Your brain has an organizing system. If you're ADD like me, there's certain ways that you can organize and certain ways you can't. Like, I need to see things. All right, so all my containers have to be white or clear. White with labels or clear see-through. All of them. Because once it's put away, if I don't see it, it doesn't exist. I'm a very visual person that way. And it can't be too cluttered, like multicolored everywhere, or I can't think. I have to get in the mood and I make a mess. Once I make a mess, I can't deal with it. Yeah, well, you have to break some eggs to make an omelet. You do have to start sorting things, and sometimes the sort makes things go everywhere. Paperwork and all that kind of stuff, especially. If I'm getting ready for taxes, I've got paperwork everywhere in piles, and I'm checking out Rocket Money, and I haven't found a way to print out a report from Rocket Money. And I've even emailed them and nobody's gotten back to me yet. So how do I do this? Because I want to print out a report, not just, they give you weekly reports, and I want to make more categories for where I'm spending my money and get a more accurate bead on that. And I want to call the cable company tomorrow and say, hey, lower my cable bill, or I'm going to the stick, Get more accessories and diamond paintings. I keep Amazon boxes just in case I need them. Yeah, I do that too, but I have too many Amazon boxes, and I break them down so I can refold them, and I mail things out in them. But mailing out in them is too expensive. that I figured out. So I recycle them all. And I have envelopes, the padded envelopes now. And I bought a roll of padded envelope material so that I can just cut off a length that I need. And it's like self sticks to itself. If you flip it in, you stream everything. Well, I'm getting to that point. I want a stream stick, I think. I do watch what Peacock is CBS, I think. I do watch Matlock and SVU, Law and Order SVU, and a couple of those things, and NCIS, all of them. So I don't know if I can get them streaming or not. I don't watch any local news anymore. Although sometimes I think I need to just for the weather, but they're never right anyway. I don't know. But I think it'll be a lot cheaper because my cable bill is way too high. Way too high. I like Discovery Channel, and that's like a second tier something or other. So I've got to get one of those premium channels so that I can get the Discovery Channel. But if I do the Discovery online, I can just pay a small fee and get all the shows, and get all the shows like a day or two after they air or a week after they air. I can still see all the series and stuff and all the back things. I like Masterpiece Theater from WHYY, which is our Channel 12, our public access station. I like those, so to see all those back ones, I donate something to the local channel so I can have access to all their shows. Roku. I prefer Amazon Fire Stick. I pay for Netflix. Yep. Hulu, Peacock, Paramount Plus, Max, and a few others. It's still cheaper than cable. I don't have cable, but I like my phone. It gives me Netflix, Apple TV, so I get Paramount Plus. Plus, it has Matlock on it. Peacock TV is free. See, yeah. I'm going that route now. I do not want to pay another $350 cable bill. Now I get my high-speed internet from them too, so I still have to pay an internet fee. But I don't have a phone from them, and I don't, so I have to pay for the internet fee. And where would I be without the internet? I wouldn't be able to talk to any of you guys. Showtime and Stars with my subscription. Okay. See, that's what I don't watch too much. I love the History channels and things like that. But I've been finding a lot of good stuff on YouTube from Britain. I want to get BritBox. I really like, you call it Time Team, archaeologists the guy from Blackadder, who was Baldric on Blackadder. He's the one who runs the Time Team investigations, and it's just fun. It's a lot of fun to watch. And I learned so much about England that way. Get your internet for T-Mobile, $107, plus includes your phone too. I have T-Mobile. I got the over 55 plus bonus. Tubi. Yep, Tubi is free. And there's a lot of older shows that we want to watch and rewatch on Tubi. Yeah, that's a good thought. Good thought. I got the little one of the little yarn balls down on here. Creature feature, cold case files. Creature features. I remember them. They used to call that every Saturday. We used to sit there every Saturday afternoons and watch creature features. They were the old time horror movies. The B movies, I guess they call them. Okay, 0. Okay, OYP for the purples. OYP. And I'll do the Y's first because they're in the middle. No, I got the right end. But no, I don't have the right end. See, that's the pain in the butt about this. But at least it scrapes off all those staticky drills as you pull off the lid. Dun-dun-dun-bum-bum. And I wind up watching YouTube a whole lot anyway. T-Mobile 55 and plus plan. They give you Netflix with it. You don't have to have an Apple whatever to get Apple TV, do you? We don't do Apple. We do Samsung. How's it? Oh, Samsung. They're not Apple people. Other than eating them. I have a whole bunch of these paint gem kits and the fake paint gem kits. So part of my getting her done is getting her done the paint gems. No, you can get Apple TV in an app on the Roku. What if you don't want to do Roku? I think the Amazon Fire Stick is probably the way I'm going to go. Because I've got Amazon everything else. I've got music and Kindle, and I buy from Amazon all the time. I have an Amazon Prime thing. Come on now. Sometimes this doesn't pick it up. Okay, Apple TV on your Fire Stick. Okay. I think that's probably the way I'm going to go. But now I have to get a Fire Stick. I think my grandson has the Fire Stick. I'll talk to hubby about it, and maybe by this weekend. I'd like to get it settled before the new bill gets taken off of my account, which is probably in the next day or two. So I think I'm going to miss it for this deadline. But I really would like not to have to pay a $300 cable bill every month. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I am cutting down everything. And if I have to cut back access to certain things, I really have to, because I'm not great. I'm not the best with money. I don't like balancing my checkbook. I let the computer do that, only I don't anticipate what's coming up. So therefore, I'm behind the 8 ball at one times. I think I can do something, and then all of a sudden I can't. I really am not good with it. So and it's not like you get anything from YouTube. I get like $100 every 3 or 4 months on YouTube. So that's not viable. And I just get a little bit from from Etsy because I'm not putting the effort in to put new stuff on my site yet. I have the new stuff coming, but I want to wait till warm weather for some of it because I'm just weird like that. I still haven't put the merch up. I haven't picked a merch company yet. Tammy was encouraging me to make merch, which would be fun. It would really be fun. Come on. These are all still dancing here. They're not getting into the tray here. Line them up, line them up, line them up. Come on. Static City. I don't know how they thought that little anti-static chip would work. I was so looking forward to that anti-static chip. I thought, oh, here's the answer to our problems, and nope, not even close. Not even close. So what I'm going to do, when I put the art dot up, I'm going to just edit stuff from our lives. I am 85% to my first payout from YouTube. Very good. Now, when you get to when it gets up there, okay, realize that they only send out checks once a month, and it's the month following the month you have actually earned it. And once you get closer, just letting you know, once you get closer to the first $100, you, for some reason, the percentages don't work out exactly, and you won't it waits till it gets over $100 before they send you anything. It's almost like mine went from 100 back to 80 right away, and then I had to wait again before it went up over 100 before I got my first check. It was weird. It was really weird. I don't know why it did that. I don't know enough about it, but just anticipate that when you see them going up and it finally hits 100, don't think you're going to get a check in the mail the next week. It doesn't work like that. But I'm glad you're working your way up to it. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, it's always something, isn't it? Oops. No. That's the Y. Now I'm going to do the O. Some days I really wonder if I should keep going on with the YouTube stuff, because I'm not. It depends on why you're on YouTube. If you're on YouTube to have fun and meet some people and meet others who like the same types of things that you do, then it's, then it's a good use of your time. If you are doing YouTube to make an extra million here or there, it ain't happening. Only the top 1% of YouTubers are making enough money, and they started way before COVID hit. If you started way before COVID hit, you have a better chance of garnering income from YouTube. And since COVID let up, things have been slowing down. People are not watching YouTube for different things like they used to. So that kind of usage is slowing down as well. I don't know if you've noticed that too. I've just started seeing that. Not just started seeing it. I've just looked over the algorithms, not algorithms, the what do they call it? The statistics that they show you, how your site is doing compared to last year, compared to the year before. And there's a lot more I could be doing to promote the channel and to put up different videos every day. And I've got a bunch in the can too. I've got a bunch ready to edit and get up, but I just haven't been doing it. I like meeting you guys one-to-one on a Tuesday night. Nick's prefers Patreon over YouTube because Patreon is guaranteed. You're right. They all take a % out. So you have to realize that they all take something out before they send it to you, because that's how they make their money. And it's less, Patreon takes less out. And the tea, buying a tea, whatever, takes less out as well. But not everybody trusts those. I can't blame them for that. I think you're right about Patreon. But she has both. She's not going to do... You have both, because some people like to take advantage of one over the other. And some even do Cash App and that kind of thing. My daughter's gotten me into, not Zemu, what do you call it? Zelle? She sometimes asks me to send her stuff through Zelle. Like if she needs gas money or something like that. And they have Zelle. I think I've seen that people do a link tree where they make a link tree to whatever way you want to donate. You can do that through a variety of means, and you just pick one on the link tree that you like and you want to use. But I'm not putting up enough fresh content to push anything right now. I'm just with you guys on Tuesday nights and having fun with that. Right now, the government is my income for as long as that lasts. The government decides to screw around with that now. It's already screwed with my school loan that I was getting forgiven, and now all that stopped. Now I'm going to do a different income-based plan to pay back my school loan, and it's just crazy. Yep, Zelle is through your bank. But you put a link to it, and people can pay you through that way. So, I don't know. I could be doing more, but I'm just not right now. She sends Patreon gifts, and Patreon gives addresses and birthdays where YouTube doesn't give any info. You're right about that. That's much better. Yeah, if you're growing your business, you need the email addresses. But like I said, I'm just on here for you guys and your friendship. Let's see. I'm going to be putting more stuff up on the YouTube, up on the Etsy soon. More groupings of things. I've got some old newspapers from the 1800s out in the barn. That when it gets spring, I'm going to go out there. I know people collect some of the newspapers, and magazines that I have from the 1930s, my grandparents out there, the fashions and things in the old magazine and the old newspapers are really fun. Tubi has Shark Movie Streak, like Shark Week on Discovery Channel. So, yeah. So don't forget to let others know. I'm going to try to be on again on a Saturday night with Nyx. I haven't been getting on Saturday nights for a while. And I really want to get on and say hi and find out how she is. You know, I'm sure she's better. She wouldn't be on. But just to lend her my support and say, glad you're back and all this stuff. You had a longer run than you thought you were going to, didn't you, Anita? While she was in the hospital and recovering and all that. I still need to get the right stopper. They sent me a few stoppers, but they were too small. They were for the smaller size. They weren't for the venti. For the forest sprite color, I think, the green that we had for our my favorite things over the summer. I keep forgetting to ask her, and I didn't want to do it while she was not feeling well, so her husband sent me a group of them a while ago, but they were too small. My Etsy shop is Wanda's Workbasket. All one word, no apostrophe. Let me see if I can. Do you have the link for that? It should all be on the in the description box below. I have 4 that I was going to mail out, DACs that I was going to mail out to somebody, but because of the flood, they're not able to purchase those 4. So they purchased 2 of the 6 they were going to. So I'm going to put 4 of them back in, back on my Etsy shop that are DACs. And maybe they'll be on somebody's list. I've got a bunch of single and groups of 3 diamond paintings. I try to group a few of them by theme that are in there. That is Forest Sprite. Best to call her as she's behind on messages. Okay. I don't. Yeah, I do have her phone number. Can I ask you to do that for me, Anita? I keep forgetting. I'm such a bonehead when it comes to remembering things. I still have something to return for size to 2 different places, and it's sitting here next to me, and I did it around Christmas time. And it's still sitting here 2 months later, so I don't even know if they're going to exchange it now. And it's just sitting here. I waste money doing that. I waste too much money doing that. I need a secretary. She prefers video chat. Yeah, I'll talk to her. If you remember, that's fine. Oh my goodness. So I'm getting there. I'll probably finish working a little bit on this, and then I'll go back to my knitting tonight and do the 3rd stripe on the 2nd Afghan. I'm getting another Snoopy model box coming. I have 2 2 2 kits here yet with 5 different things in it that are part of the Snoopy doghouse unit that I'm doing. So I have to do all those, and I know the next one's coming. Just 2 of the Forest Sprite Ventis. The Venti. That way, if I lose one again, I'll still have another one. I lose things. I know when I move things around, I might eventually find it, but knowing me, it's going to be a while. Oh, and I got done reading, this is Black History Month, and I hadn't read it before, and it was part of recommended reading for the spiritual direction class I'm in. I read I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings by Maya Angelou, and it is so good. So good. I really enjoyed it. That's what I did a lot of the weekend. I couldn't keep my nose out of the book. You haven't been chatting with her as much as she's extremely busy getting orders and packages out. Yeah, I can believe it. I can believe it. She probably got a bunch of orders while she was ill. And her little ferrets probably missed her so much. For her birthday, Crystal got a ferret playpen and some ferret tubes, like play yard tubes, and a cat toy. But she's not, the ferret's not really interested in the cat toy because she's got to bat it around. And the ferret's going like, I don't want to do this. They're too smart for it. But she does like the tubes. She does like to hide in the little tent and the playpen. Four Seasons Dragons off the Millennium's Outpost. That's cool. Oh, one of her ferrets has cancer. Oh, booger. That's not cool. Well, she takes good care of her ferrets. I'm sure that she will give it the best life it possibly can have in captivity while she is treating it for cancer. Or those things are expensive, so while she is doing what she needs to do for the cancer. Poor baby. Oh, man. But I'm going to put all this away so that my writing is the first thing I need to do in the morning. And I'm not going to write in my journal. I'm going to do my reading and get right to writing. Get to getting. Shouldn't take me more than a few hours, and it should be done. It should be done. I wonder where Sandy is tonight. Anybody see Sandy on the net the past couple days since she got back from the hospital? I didn't see her post or anything. I'm wondering how she's doing. Anybody see Sandy? I don't blame you. Aw. I think one of my granddaughter's ferrets had problems too at one point. The one she has now is blind in one eye, so it's fairly old. I know she'd want to get a mate to play with, but it's also a little skittish because it can't see out of the one eye, so it gets a little jumpy once in a while. And it sleeps a lot. A lot. Oh, good. Tell her we missed her tonight. Hello, mister. I can do that too, can't I? I have one of these art dot trays that the lid doesn't want to slide in easily. I don't know why, but it doesn't want to slide in. Thank you. Now I need the black and gray. So I need black, 4, and sideways S. Heart, sideways S, and the 4. There. Let me do sideways S. Anybody else? What's everybody working on tonight? What are you working on? Are you whipping while you're drinking and chatting? Gotta get her done this year. Whatever it is, you gotta get her done this year. My son came over the other night because, Mom, you have too many projects to do all that stuff with. And I'm like, yeah. He said, you got to narrow it down to the projects you really, really want to do and get rid of the rest. But you hate to do that because you spent so much money on the darn things. But he's right. I do need to pass along more. Oops. Yeah, I'm really not in love with the art dot ones as much as I would have liked to have been. Table isn't big enough for me to work on anything. Plus, I pay attention to the chat. The table where you have your computer, your phone. If anybody does get anything from the Etsy shop, please remind me that you are a diva, and you will get an extra special gift from me in with your package. I will add an extra gift in with the package. I'm always sending extra stuff out. While I'm sending you something, I might as well send you a bunch of stuff. Let's see. It's getting toward that time, ladies and divas. Getting toward that time. Just cleaning rooms. Michelle probably fell asleep where she playing with her guinea pigs. And Sherry somewheres. Maybe it's just 3 of us, 3 or 4 of us right now. Which could be. Could be. I sent Sandy a message. Oh. That's sweet. Not going to be on for too much longer, though. I thought I'd get this art dot done, and then I'll jump away and let you guys do your thing. And I don't want to know. Thank you. there might be other challenges on right now too that, you know, people are doing. I just have the pink red to do now. Okay, there's some R, there's some dots. Let me see. Let me get them in there first. I don't see the R in here. Am I sure that's an R? It's a K. That's why I couldn't find it. And plus, I don't need to take the whole lid off if I only need 2 or 3. Or 4. I was watching a YouTube about an American heiress in England. And she goes to castles in England and gets tours from the owners. They're really like land rich and that kind of thing. And it's just amazing. Some of the history and the hidden passageways and the antiques and things that you see when you're watching those things. They're just so beautiful. Mini Dazzler's Classic Flowers by, oh yeah, Cletus by Richard Lorenz. And Koi Carp with Peach Flowers by Dreamer Design. I love that one. I love that one. Cletus's are so funny. They're really funny. And I've done a set of Dazzlers as well. Now that is just a dot. Now why? It should be with the pinks, and I don't see it in the pinks. Just a dot. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is the dot. Is it equals or is it a dot? Could be an equals. Cletus birds are so funny. So then I need GH. Oh, okay. Just a few. Anybody watch Saturday Night Live 50th anniversary special on Sunday night? 3 hours of memories and comedy. It was really good. In spite of the junk that they come out with lately. The overview. Temps are really dropping outside as I'm getting chilly. I can feel the dampness in the house. Ooh. Another cup of hot chocolate, honey bun. You missed it? It should be on YouTube. It was really good. Danny Aykroyd wasn't there, and he should have been, because everybody else was. I had a crush on Danny Aykroyd. He looks so much like my husband. And Steve Martin is just one of my favorite. Steve Martin and Martin Short, they're hilarious. I watched them in Only Murders in the Building on Hulu. They're hilarious. And who else was I watching? Get off of the thing here. Come on. Yeah. You haven't watched it in about 30 years. Well, it hasn't been worth watching a lot of the time. But I got to tell you, some of them were really good. Cher was there. Bobby De Niro was there. They had a star-studded audience that they panned and talked to every once in a while. And that was fun. VSJ. That should be it. VSJ. Right here. V is the middle one, so I'll do that first. Danny Aykroyd was always my favorite. Michael Myers came back for a skit, and a bunch of them came back for at least one skit. Eddie Murphy was there. The guy who played the liar, he was there for a skit. I mean, just like cameos and skits. Because they got a lot of people in on 3 hours. They did some of the best commercials. Rosanna Dana. And Jane, you ignorant slut. Rosanna Dana. She was great. Gilda Radner was wonderful. And Father Guido Sarducci. They were absolutely the best. I mean, it's hard to beat the originals. Although if you have a chance to watch the Jeopardy pieces, where the cast members, especially the ones with Sean Connery, the ones that are not Sean, but like somebody pretending to be Sean Connery, it is hilarious. I almost wet myself when I watched them. Yeah, Gilda Radner, Jane Curtin, they were awesome. And the Coneheads, they were funny. They were really good. Very good. Of course, we're young enough to know when the 50 years started. We were there when the 50 years started. They have one on YouTube right now that was the very first Saturday Night Live that ever went up. George Carlin was the guest host. I didn't watch it. I might yet, but I don't remember. George Carlin was not one of my favorite people. He was a little too brash for me. But my husband liked him a lot. Yeah, no, I wasn't either, but I watched it anyway. My husband turned me on to watching it. My parents were very strict with us, with what we could watch and what we couldn't watch, but we found a way to watch it anyway. Monty Python. Now that Mark introduced me to Monty Python's Flying Circus. I didn't know any of that before I met him, and Second City TV and that kind of thing. But we'd stay up on Saturday night when we started dating. We stayed up till all hours in the morning. Where's the lid? Oh, I didn't take the lid off. You love George Carlin? He wasn't my favorite, but Richard Pryor. Who else? All those people. We only had one TV in the house. I tried to sneak to watch it, but somebody would always wake up and turn it off. Yeah, we waited till my dad went to bed after the evening news before we turned ours on. Then we would just be up watching it. My dad would go to bed. But, then my husband would have to go home because we were still in high school. And his mama didn't like him to be out late either. This April will be our 40th wedding anniversary. Easter Sunday. I do not think we're doing anything. Anything special. Which is disappointing because I kept hinting from 25 years on that I'd really like to do something special. We go on day trips every once in a while. We take the grandkids with us somewhere. But it's not the same when you can't, dress up and have that kind of fun anymore. Hey, Diamond Queen. I do still want to interview you, my dear. What are you doing next week? What you doing next week? I absolutely do. Oops. Almost done this paint jam. One little chip at a time. The girls at the club want me to do diamond painting again this year. And I've got one that looks like stained glass that you do on a clear cling that goes on a window. So that it looks like stained glass that you're looking through. I got those for the girls to do. But they're going to have to take more than 1 week on a project, which they don't really like to do. But they need to learn to do that. Need to work on the other projects. And I've got other paint gems that they can do too if I let them. They want to do another project and then frame it. I can get dollar store frames for them. Hello, Miss Sandy. Hello, Miss Sandy. Well, January 28th, I think I was not feeling well and I was not on. So if you're up for it, we can do next week. Whenever you're here at 9 and I'm on at 9 as well, we'll just pop in. Just pop in and do it. That's fun. Miss Sandy, how are you feeling, darling? How are you feeling? Are you back to diamond painting? Good. This is the one I'm having trouble. If you missed it, go back and watch the replay of this one. I reviewed the art dot cases and a couple other cases that are coming out that I had purchased that are kind of like it, and I kind of like compare them in case anybody's interested. But I really like the convenience of having the trays kitted up per color ahead of time, especially if you're doing confetti pieces. I'm just really not in love with the trays, to be honest. Take a cruise to Alaska. I would love to. Yeah, see the polar bears while we still can. That's for sure. Hey, everybody, do me a favor and hit the like button real quick. Now that you're here, don't forget to hit the like button. It does help the algorithm. It helps recommend our channel to others who may want to see. Who may want to chat with our illustrious group here as the days continue on. You actually fell asleep. Not to do able much of anything. Totally bedroom. Except to get up every 10 minutes to walk. Well, keep doing it. The more you walk, they say if you don't use it, you lose it. And that's walking is one thing we don't want to lose, right? I'm sure it's painful, but you're taking good care of yourself during this recovery time. For me, the worst part is getting over the anesthesia. Yeah, Amazon's good. Amazon's good. I like the ones with the butterflies on the front because they have that, the little funnel where you can pour them back into the bag if you need to, without getting them everywhere. Almost done. Almost done. Coming in for the landing here. Oops. I missed a couple, and it's so easy to go back and say, oh, here we go. Your leg is purple. Babe, that doesn't sound good. Do you have a visiting nurse coming in to check you? Purple does not sound good. It sounds like your circulation isn't working right. I don't want to scare you, but I would get that checked right away. Sandy, you got to get it checked. Got to get it checked. You don't want to lose that leg. That's not right. It should not be purple. Oh, I don't know. Is it bruising or, like you said, is it bruising for sure? You know that for sure? Been to the ER already? That's what they said it was. But have you been to your surgeon again? They're the ones who know. I don't know about. Oh, God, Sandy. Well, you still remain on my prayer list because I wasn't hearing from you. And I didn't see you on. Now, I took the whole weekend off of emailing and stuff, so I wasn't on very much. But you just kept coming to my mind, and I didn't see you up online anywhere, so. The muscles that are bruising. Oh, wow. Oh, Sandy. Just keep an eye on it. I would keep going back just to be sure that it's still right. It's too important. You've got all your herbs to grow. You've got all your crafting to do. And that takes some movement. Oh, come on now. Come over here. Oh, my. Well, I'm almost done here. A couple more pieces to put in place. Oh, my. Yeah, no, I'm slowing down tonight. Slowing down on my thoughts and my movements here. I get real tired when I'm home from the kids. Now, over the summer, you've got me all to yourself, but on Tuesday nights over the school year, you share me with the kids. I'm looking forward to interviewing Rose on Friday. I've got some really fun questions to ask her beyond the normal ones, like, you sent me a pic of your leg. Do I want to see it? Baby, just know that I'm really concerned and that I just want you to keep checking it. Don't want anything to happen to you. I'm afraid to look. I watch all the doctor shows, so I don't know why I'm afraid to look, but you know. Oh, this. I'm out of putty in the four-placer, and I was trying to make it to the end here without it. One more to place. And I thought I saw some trash to get rid of. Now I lost it. Oh well. Next time. All right. I'll show you what I got done today. Smooth over the edge. Some of this off the edge here. There we go. This is the art dot I got done today. I'm thinking of framing up one of my little art dots to give to Rose on Friday. Okie dokie. Oh, and I showed my knitting. What I've got done so far on my first of 3 Afghans. And hopefully for next week I'll be able to show you more of my Snoopy house that I've been making. I'll have 2, maybe even the 3rd kit will be here this week, and I'll get some of that done. But tomorrow my paper gets done. That's top priority for tomorrow. So I want everybody to click the like on the way out, and I thank you ahead of time for that. And I will see you next week. Hopefully, I won't get my screen finished, but maybe I will be able to get a different screen down here or get my green screen behind me so that I don't have all this tragic stuff going on behind. But, have a great week. Stay safe. Stay warm. Thank you, Anita, for co-hosting tonight. And next week, let's look forward to our guest. Here, where are we? Where did my mouse? Where did my mouse go? Where did my mouse go? What happened to my mouse? Come on. Yes, let's look forward to a guest. Diamond Queen will be here next week, hopefully. And if she is, we'll be on. Just stay safe. Stay safe. Treat yourself well. This is self-care month. Find a way to care for yourself in whatever way you can. All right? If you have any prayer requests, don't forget to send them along. And I will see everybody next week. Love, luck, and lollipops. Mwah. Bye, everybody.